Hey everybody, it's great to be playing for you all at the SASSYs again. Congratulations to all the finalists. I'm going to be playing an original song for you called Hang On My Brother. Childhood friend, when she gets so tough, we've had our share of growing up, but it's just me, so there's no need to be the guy you're trying to be. And when we were kids, we used to play, trying to hurry up the day. But then the night got much too dark, and I had to watch as it kept you up. But hang on, my brother, have a drink with me. That light coming round, it's gonna help you see. Now seems we've gone our separate ways. We ain't changed, but we ain't the same. But somewhere deep behind the page, I get a glimpse of younger days. Now hang on, my brother, have a drink with me. That light coming round, it's gonna help you see. Childhood friend, when she gets so tough, guess this world wasn't all we thought it would be. So there's no need to be the guy you used to be. So hang on, my brother, have a drink with me. That light coming round finally made me see. So hang on, my brother, my brother, hang on, 'cause it's always dark, yeah, before the dawn. Yeah, it's always darkest before the dawn. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey, this is Ashley Tater, welcoming you to the 11th Annual SASSY Awards. Congratulations to all the finalists and recipients. I am very honored to have been asked to perform one of my original songs, so here is my new single called Stuck on You. Another year passes me by. I'm an extra in my own movie I cry. Don't shed a tear, don't cry for me. Why does every night leave me wonder why I'm here with you? Where do I even start? You're no good for me. Right for you. I didn't know that feeling in your heart. With you and your jet black car, I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. What am I doing? Please don't waste my time. Go on and rewind all the motion. All the commotion got me thinking about you and I, watching how we go through emotions. You got me going with you in your jet black car, riding on that feeling in your heart. Where do I even start? You're no good for me. I'm not right for you, riding on that feeling in your heart. With you and your jet black car, I'm stuck on you. Oh, I'm stuck on you. Baby, you and me got me feeling so dizzy. Oh baby, you and me, the world is spinning so dizzy. With you in your jet black car, riding on that feeling in your heart. Where do I even start? You know, right for you, riding on that feeling in your heart. With you in your jet black car, I'm stuck on you.
Hi, my name is Isabel, and I am so excited to be a part of the 11th Annual SASSY Awards. Thank you guys so much for having me, and a huge congratulations to all of the finalists and the recipients. I am super excited to be performing an original song of mine called Finally. Here goes. When I was a little girl, I was so young and dumb, break my back trying to please everyone, but that's a lost cause. I know that's something you never can. control. Now I'm in so living 22. I got a lot of shit that I'm working through, but that's just the way it goes when you're coming into your own. So baby, please just give me room to grow. I'm ready to see who I'm supposed to be. Oh, finally. Yeah. Nothing's gonna take the centerpiece. I'm bit by bit starting to believe I'm free. Finally. I'm learning how to love me. I'm accepting my quirks, calling out sabotage, putting in all the work. It's therapeutic. Even on the days where I feel less than ludic, I remember why I do it. Cause when you got lots of friends but you still feel alone, when your body's a temple but it don't feel like home, gotta change your state of mind to come out the other side. So baby, please just give me room to grow. I'm ready to see who I'm supposed to be. Finally. Yeah. Nothing's gonna take the centerpiece. I'm bit by bit starting to believe I'm free. Finally. Baby, please just give me room to grow. I'm ready to see who I'm supposed to be. Finally. Nothing's gonna take the centerpiece. I'm bit by bit starting to believe I'm free. Finally.
Please mute yourself when you are not speaking so that the presentation can be heard without background noises.
CM and Ischala CM Heitschka Quanasanatachel a Tiatongan Wapakton Sinsasna CM Simiamasan Eats I it's in Tletsi Tia Makwelia a Tiatongan. Dear friends and relatives, first off I want to thank each and every one of you for being here this evening. My traditional name is Wapakton. My English name is Harley Chappell. I'm the elected chief of Simiama First Nation here in White Rock, South Surrey. I just want to raise my hands in gratitude and in thanks for the organizers, for the participants, for the candidates, for their inclusion in this process, in this event. I just want to share a little welcome song with yourselves. And the idea and the ideology behind our welcome songs were always that we make it a good place to be. We make it a good place. We calm the waters and we give the opportunity for our connection to happen, not only amongst us as humans, but with nature and with our Creator. So I'm just going to sing one verse of our Simiamo welcome song, and again I just welcome you to our territory here in Simiamo. Haitska. Oh, oh, Again, congratulations to each and every one of you for your participation in the 11th annual SASSY Awards. Again, I just raise my hands in gratitude and thanks for being asked to be here and be a small part of your evening. Thank you very much.
Please welcome the Surrey City Orchestra to perform O Canada.
Hello everyone, bonjour à tous. For starters, I want to thank the Semiahmoo Rotary Club for bringing us all together at a time when we still need to be apart. I know virtual events aren't the same as being with each other in person, but it's still important to come together and celebrate the achievements of the past year, and particularly those of young Canadians who are making a big impact in our communities. This year has been difficult for everyone, but for young people in particular, COVID-19 has brought new and complex challenges. But in the face of difficulties, so many of you have stepped up. Vous avez décidé de redonner à la communauté, et vous nous avez montré votre résilience et votre force. Young people, like all of you who we're honoring today, are defining our path forward with your passion, energy, and curiosity. And it's up to all of us to support you, because we need your voices and your ideas to build back better from this pandemic and to tackle the challenges of tomorrow. En tant que gouvernement, on va continuer d'investir dans votre succès, car votre réussite, c'est aussi la nôtre. So thank you all for the work you're doing in our communities. Let's keep working together to build a better Canada for people right here in Surrey and for everyone across the country. Encore une fois, merci.
The SASSY Awards were established in 2011 to recognize service above self by Surrey youth. And nominations in each of the 6 award categories were submitted earlier this spring. The award finalists in each category and then the award recipients were selected by a panel of judges based on a set of criteria. Each recipient receives a $1,000 award and a keepsake SASSY trophy, as well as $500 to donate to the registered Canadian charity of their choice. Would you please welcome your MC for the 11th Annual SASSY Awards, Lexi Wynn.
Welcome everyone to the 11th Annual SASSY Awards. Can everyone hear me okay, see me okay? Can I get some thumbs up, head nods? Awesome, thank you. So I'd like to acknowledge that SASSY community lives, works, and learns on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territorial lands of the Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwantlen, and wider Coast Salish peoples. Thank you, Chief Harley Chappell of the Semiahmoo First Nation for the welcome song, and to the Surrey City Orchestra for their beautiful rendition of O Canada. Also, our sincere thanks to Prime Minister Trudeau for his good wishes this year, and to MP Sue Dollywall for their assistance, pardon me, and to MP Sue Dollywall's assistant Pavan for helping to coordinate it. Thank you, Mayor McCollum, for your congratulations as well. How about the three incredible singer-songwriters, Ben Dunnell, Ashley Pater, and Isabel? All of the songs performed during the pre-show were their own original work. Pretty amazing. And thanks to all of you for being here. Feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat window. It would be nice to see where we're all watching from. I know I saw some Langley, some Surrey, some New West, some South Surrey, some White Rock. Did I miss anything? Just scrolling through the chat here. We have a Blaine, Washington. Amazing. Anyone else joining from anywhere else? All right, awesome. Well, and thank you all for contributing in the chat and showing us where you're from, because it just makes the experience so much better. Our SASSY finalists are also online as well. A warm welcome and my congratulations to you, your families, teachers, and supporters. So it seems like we were just doing this. You're not wrong. We held the 2020 awards around 5 months later than usual at the end of October last year. We are now back to our normal timeline, BC Youth Week. Over half of the global population is under the age of 30. Youth are not only the future, but you are about to see in real time the change makers of today and the change agents of today as well. On behalf of the Semiahmoo Rotary Club, I want to thank our sustaining, I want to thank our sustaining sponsor, the City of Surrey, and our academic sponsor, Kwantlen Polytechnic University, for their ongoing support over the past 11 years. Thank you to all of our sponsors this evening, whose logos were shown through the pre-show and will run again at the close of our event. Our category sponsors, Save On Foods, McElhaney, White Rock Rotary, Coast Capital, Sources Foundation, and the Semiahmoo Rotary Club provide the funding for a $1,000 award to each recipient, as well as a $500 charitable donation of the recipient's choosing, as well as a SASSY trophy. Pretty incredible. This year, we had 61 SASSY nominees. So I think I can say with full confidence that Service Above Self is alive and well in Surrey and White Rock. SASSY finalists, I've been in your shoes. I was a finalist in the Community Service Award category in 2016. Since then, I have found great community here that I can continue to work, grow, and have fun with it through Rotaract. Please show all of our finalists some love by clapping, cheering, woohoo, on camera at the end of each category. However, please do keep in mind, or keep your mics on mute during the presentation until you are asked to unmute. Also, please stay on until the very end so we can actually show our finalists a real round of applause live, and to all of our recipients as well. Some housekeeping items. In the top right corner, you will see that you can switch between speaker and gallery view. Also note where the reaction buttons are on your screen to communicate with and engage and energize our finalists. If you have technical difficulty, please message Andrea at the help desk directly, and she will do her best to assist. Are we good? Thumbs up? Yeah, awesome, great. So finally, I'd like to acknowledge some special guests in attendance tonight. MP Sue Dollywall and Surrey Mayor Doug McCollum. We also are grateful to have Rotary District 5050 Governor Carol Tickelman, Assistant District Governor Joan Appel, and former District Governor Linda Jean Coyle for attending. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. If there is anyone else, please definitely put it in the chat so I can announce you as well. Looks like, I think that's everyone. But again, if you haven't, if I missed you, please put it in the chat so that I can announce you. All right. So I think this is a good time to see what our cheering capacity is at and get us in the mood and get our spirits going. So I want to see those claps, those fist pumps, the woohoos, but on mute, of course. Awesome. Thank you so much. That is amazing. So let's get on with the show. I have the absolute pleasure to now introduce to you Gian Franco Sokanya, the 2019 recipient of the Community Service Award.
Awesome. Can everybody hear me well? Am I heard through? Okay, that's awesome. Thank you for the introduction, Lexi. Okay, so hello and welcome everybody. I'm Gianfranco Sokanya, and I'm so honored to be here today to be presenting the Community Service Award. Being here right now, it's quite hard to believe that it's been 2 years since I received the SASSY Award for Community Service. When I first arrived in Canada back in 2013, things were very different from me. I didn't have a lot of confidence in how to express myself, and I wasn't always comfortable voicing my own opinions. However, it was really through service that I gained both the experience and the confidence to use my voice. Today, my organization, the Inner Light Foundation, is one that focuses on mentorship and helping youth excel. I truly believe, and I can't emphasize this more, that the apathy and negativity that we face today can be reversed through service. And I think that this event right now that is being held to recognize such acts and amazing youth such as yourselves is a testament to that. And so, without further ado, the Community Service Award recognizes youth who have made an outstanding contribution to the local community. I would also like to give a special thanks to this year's award sponsor, which is Save On Foods.
The Community Service Award is sponsored by Save On Foods.
Hello, my name is Sukraj Duna, and I currently attend Queen Elizabeth Secondary School, and I'm in the 12th grade. 2 years ago, I founded this nonprofit organization called Leaders Inspiring Neighboring Communities. Essentially, what Link is all about is connecting with one another and reaching out to people who are like vulnerable and don't feel welcomed in society, and wanted to initially provide support and a safe, healthy environment for them to feel welcomed in. I wanted to give other youth the opportunity and the resources to become leaders and make the impact in their community. Last summer, I actually created the Link Ambassador program. So I promoted the 3-week leadership webinar over social media, through Instagram, and what shocked me the most was that it was not only people from Surrey, it was people from all over the world. It was people from the United States, Australia, Switzerland, the UK, Kenya, Brazil. It was people who were so interested in learning how to make an impact, and I just quickly realized, wow, like people don't have the resources to like learn how to make initiatives. So for the bottle drives, we kind of lean towards that one as well, because it's not only helping us fundraise money, it's also helping us for the environment and giving recycling bottles and reusing them for the recycling depot. And we also contacted in Delta, that Delta Krispy Kreme, so they can help us fundraise. So we raised over $500 from the Krispy Kreme fundraisers, and we put that money towards creating care packages for Night Street Ministries for COVID-19 relief. These vulnerable people don't have that many funds to, get some hand sanitizer or some masks or some gloves to, protect themselves from this virus. Service above self means to me is putting myself in others' shoes and trying to understand what they're going through and help them overcome the obstacles and what they're facing in life. Because volunteering, you learn so many different things and you grow from volunteering that you do. So I just feel like it's so important to volunteer and to give back to the community that you live in and that surrounds you.
My name is Esther Zhang. I'm in grade 12 and I go to Semiamu Secondary. I'm in the partial IB program and I am an aspiring law student. I'm the co-founder of an organization called the Learning Bridge. We are a registered nonprofit organization that provides free tutoring to all students grades K to 12. And although we are a transnational organization, we've impacted over 500 students in the city of Surrey alone, just through our tutoring programs and the many schools in the Surrey School District we've partnered up with. Really, how the Learning Bridge came to be is a reflection on my own personal life. I grew up in a very diverse and privileged neighborhood. My parents had always been there to help me pursue whatever endeavor or passion that I had. And during spring break of last year, after the government had announced the COVID-19 lockdown, my friend Siti Sharma and I had a conversation about where our education would be and what our school would look like in the future. And we realized the amount of privilege we had in our neighborhood as IB students and how much support we would have from our teachers and the resources we had access to. But at the same time, we also realized how many students would have their education compromised because of the pandemic. So our vision was really to have this exchange of knowledge through quality tutoring to provide support amongst youth, parents, and teachers. The Learning Bridge is more than just a tutoring service, but rather it's a collective access to our community's compassion.
So my name is Ariana Almeida. I am 18 years old and I go to Pacific Academy here in Surrey. I have been involved in the community in various ways. I have volunteered for organizations like Night Shift Ministries and the Surrey Food Bank. I have empowered youth through public speaking at schools, and I have performed as a singer-songwriter and musician for the city of Surrey and for charity fundraisers like Surrey Memorial Celebration of Care Gala. And lastly, one of the most impactful things that I do is run my organization called Girls Can Talk Society. I am extremely proud of the volunteer work my organization has been doing, from hosting mentorship workshops with the organization Big Sisters for girls in grades 6 to 8, to having discussions about gender equality in school and online, as well as having fundraisers to support organizations like the YWCA. We have been supporting the YWCA through creating care packages for single mothers. The most important thing that I've learned as the founder and president of Girls Can Talk Society and through volunteering in the community is that small changes can have big impacts. And I think if we all are to make the effort of being kind, compassionate, and caring for others, I think the community and the future this generation is building and working towards can be so beautiful and empowering.
Okay, awesome. I hope you guys can hear me. Are we good? Yeah. First of all, that was really amazing. I'm sitting here so inspired, but moving on real quick, I have a card over here, or an envelope, and it has the recipient of the community service. So I'm going to quickly open it and let you guys know. All right. Much easier than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be more of a hassle. Okay, drum roll. And the recipient of the 2021 SASSY Award for Community Service is Sukraj Duna. Congratulations. Sukraj has chosen Night Shift Street Ministries as his charity recipient. And here it is.
I would donate funds to Night Shift Street Ministries. They make a community where people are accepted and make the environment so welcoming that you feel you're part of a family and you feel a part of a community where you feel supported. And their work that they do in the community to help vulnerable people, to help the homeless population along like the Wally Strip and in Surrey is very, very humbling, very heartwarming what they do.
Okay, I think it's my turn now. Hello, I'm Nuri Lee, coming to you all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, where I'm a PhD student in biomedical sciences at Vanderbilt University. I received SASSY's Humanitarian Award in 2012, and I'm honored to be here to present the Environmental Leadership Award this year. Human rights and environmental protection have grown considerably in terms of alignment. Many of us have learned that a safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment is not something to be taken for granted. The World Health Organization has been saying for decades that human rights are not secure in a degraded or polluted environment. We should all be mindful of our environmental footprint and understand that even if you don't feel like you're being impacted, you probably are. And other parts of the world are bearing the brunt of that impact. Other people, animals, and plants' fundamental right to survive is threatened by contaminated air, water, and soil and climate change. So environmental rights are really humanitarian rights. And today, I hope you will join me in thanking this year's Environmental Leadership finalists for working to make a difference. The Environmental Leadership category is sponsored once again by McElhaney.
The Environmental Leadership Award is sponsored by McElhaney.
Hi, my name is Isabella Sleeth. I'm a student at Earl Marriott Secondary, and I'm a finalist for the Environmental Leadership SASSY Award. So I got involved in the Wild Outside program. One example of an event that we participated in was a environment rehabilitation. And we were rehabilitating this little patch of land that had been cleared. So we were planting a whole bunch of different native species into the area to help grow the environment to make it more conducive for the wildlife in the area. So I'm the leader of the Global Citizens Club at my school, which is a club that's dedicated to improving our community globally and locally, and spreading awareness for social issues across the board. So sustainability, which is something that I'm really interested in, but also various other social issues. Currently, we're working on a very exciting project that has to do with fast fashion and sustainability and how fast fashion affects the earth. There's so many things that are going on around us that we're so unaware about, yet we have such an impact on them. Sustainability and fast fashion is a very good example of that. The way that we live is so dependent on sort of the suffering of other people and other environments. So I think if I were to say one thing that I hope that people become more aware about is just how much our actions affect the globe as a whole and other people, whether we know them or see the effects of our actions or not.
My name is Yoon Sun Seo. So I started volunteering in grade 10 with my best friend because we were both interested in environment and taking care of our community. In grade 10, I joined the Surrey Youth Stewardship Squad, and we started planting trees and removing invasive plants such as the Himalayan blackberries in our neighborhood parks. Over the years of volunteering, I've learned that it feels much better to give than to receive, and to see those trees grow and the parks be a better environment for people to visit, it feels really nice to see. A couple years ago during the summer, I visited my home country, and I could see there was a lack of trees and forests and parks, and there was a huge difference in the air that I was breathing. And when I came back to Canada, I realized that all the trees and the parks were creating this beautiful environment, but also a better air for people to breathe. And that's when I realized that planting trees is really important. It's important for me to give back to the community because it just feels like the right thing to do.
Hi, my name is Kalia Stapleton, and I am a
student at UBC in the Natural Resources Conservation. I have strong interest in environmentalism, as well as I'm an artist and I really enjoy painting and photography. There is an importance in biodiversity and conservation of all species. Every organism has its part to play in the ecosystem, and when a part is lacking, it is imperative to do our best to save it, or if there is a species such as invasive species that take over other organisms, it's important to help remove them. So I've been volunteering at the Northern Spotted Owl breeding program for around a year and a half. And I started it because I have a really strong interest in wildlife conservation, and I saw the program as a great opportunity to do my part. The Northern Spotted Owl is an endangered species due to habitat loss and fragmentation, as well as competition with the barred owl. In the program, they currently have 28 owls, and the goal is 250 owls to restore the population. So there's many ways to help out in the effort, such as volunteering, which is what I do, or donating and adopt an owl, and there's much more. I think it's easy to maybe forget about other issues because there is so many issues related to the pandemic and COVID. My advice would be to keep in mind the climate change crisis and all the endangered species that have lost their homes to deforestation or pollution, fires, and much more. And anyone that's willing to help, there's definitely places that need it.
Okay. And the recipient of the 2021 SASSY Award for Environmental Leadership is Isabella Sleeve. Congratulations, Isabella. Isabella has chosen EcoTrust Canada as her charity recipient.
The charity I chose as the recipient of the donation is EcoTrust, and that is because EcoTrust is very rooted in sustainability and the environment and protecting it, which is so important to me. I think that their values really coincide with my own.
Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. So congratulations to all of the finalists and recipients so far. I'm Sherry, and I'm happy to be here with all of you tonight, and I hope you're doing well. I was very honored to receive the SASSY Award for International Service last year for my work with the Canadian Wheelchair Foundation. Recently on one of my trips, I went to Uganda, and I found that it was not only in service to the people there who needed them, but it was also about social justice. I say this because on my arrival there, I learned that the Ugandan government was actually trying to prevent me from delivering those wheelchairs, which was quite frankly the only option for mobility for those people. And I couldn't get the wheelchairs to them unless I had paid a very steep tax. I believe that when we witness any sort of inequality, our voice is not only what brings about change, but it can also bring about a difference. And what I mean by that is when we advocate and when we continue to repeatedly advocate, we're showing others that they matter, and our voice can help others find their voice too. So I'm so excited to meet the 2021 finalists in international service who are not only working to make their community here in Surrey a better and more caring place, but also all around the world. So let's thank them and our sponsor for this year's International Service Award, the White Rock Rotary Club.
The International Service Award is sponsored by the White Rock Rotary Club.
Hi, my name is Jacob Sawatsky, and I'm the president of the Semiahmoo Peninsula Rotaract. I was a founding member of our club in 2018, and we have been meeting every Wednesday for the past 3 years. I've spent hundreds of hours with my club, and I'm super happy I got involved. We decided to do our first big international project, which was the Guatemala Stove Project. I played a big role in fundraising for the year before the project, such as organizing and emceeing a concert fundraiser at the Roxy, which raised over $1,000 in one night. And together with 23 other Rotaractors from Canada and the USA, we raised over $80,000 to install 89 ventilated stoves in a rural Guatemalan village. It's very far away from most of the cities. In fact, we were on a bus for 18 hours to get to that village. I spoke a decent amount of Spanish, but one thing that was really helpful was just playing games and body language. And through that, we were actually able to make quite a deep bond with these kids. Along with the problems the area already suffered from tuberculosis, starvation, and conflict came problems generated from cooking methods.
That's what the roof looks like. You could just imagine what the inside of one's lungs would look like from living in a house, constantly inhaling smoke like this. And not only that, having an open fire like this can be dangerous, especially when you have a wood house. It could burn down and could even cause a forest fire.
The village requested for the Hands for Peacemaking Foundation to build ventilated stoves, which then got in contact with our Rotaract Club and 4 others to get them installed. Also, while we were there, we planted 250 lime trees and handed out reading glasses for the villagers based on whoever needed them. It was an amazing experience, and I hope to one day go back and do more.
My name is Miriam. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior at Manila Secondary. I immigrated to Canada from Pakistan in 2016, and it was quite an experience. I saw these societal differences and just how diverse Canada was, which inspired me to work more with international communities. The first time I interacted with a group of international youth was with an international interchange, so I became a student ambassador and volunteered to that group. I got really interested in that, so I worked more in that field as well within my school in international interchanges with Japan, with Korea, South Korea, and I also got a chance to go to Taiwan. And then furthering on my passion for culture and for international service, I got involved with a nonprofit organization called Break the Divide. The whole point of Break the Divide, the purpose of it, is to connect youth to have meaningful conversations about issues in their communities, which inspires them to either just talk more about those issues, which are not talked about enough, bringing them up again and again, or just about creating an action project in your community and working on that. Through Break the Divide, we got to talk to students in Taiwan, students in Bolivia, and Russia as well. And you notice that all these youth, they're going through the same problems. So there are, of course, language barriers, but when there's a will, there's a way, and you find a solution to that, and the solutions are very heartwarming at times.
So my name is Joseph Lim. I am a grade 12 student at Pacific Academy, and I fulfilled the category for the International Service Award by founding the Boxes of Hope Youth Foundation. So I began our organization back in 2018 when I realized that some of my friends that were in the hospital at the time, and also my aunt, and they needed a lot of uplift news and encouragement. So I founded this organization in hopes of giving some sort of hope into people's lives. My team and I have been currently fundraising with COVID-19 in very unique methods. We switched to more unorthodox methods such as virtual fundraisers or things like mask holders that people can use. And so far to date, we've raised over $1,000. So we are currently partnered up with the BC Children's Hospital for our local and national efforts. And they send us a list of potential families. So we sent our first care package to the urban family. They are located in Calgary, Alberta, and their child have been suffering with breathing difficulties, and we were able to bring a bit of hope into these people's lives with the form of toys and other needed materials in the family. We have partnered up with the Coral Blue Neuroscience Foundation in West Africa, and together we've been able to help communities in various ways, such as helping donate and fund different surgical procedures that are needed in low-income families, and also in general gifts and care packages towards hospitalized and disabled children in West Africa.
Wow, it is so overwhelming to see such great leaders who care about the international health as well and are using their privilege in a positive way. So I'm going to open this envelope here. So the recipient for the 2021 SASSY Award for International Service is Miriam Haroun. Congratulations, Miriam. Miriam has chosen the Vancouver Island Counseling Center for Immigrants and Refugees Association as her recipient. Congratulations.
And I would like to donate to VICCR, which is the Vancouver Island Counseling Services for Immigrants and Refugees. I know people from firsthand experience that they left their homes in absolute chaos, and they left a part of themselves as there. And mental health, they don't talk about it a lot, their own struggles, but it's very deeply rooted within society. And so I chose to donate to this counseling charity so that more and more people are able to go out and seek the help that they need.
Alrighty, good evening everyone. My name is Olivia Barbieri and I received what in 2018 was known as the Sports and Leadership Award. I appreciate that the category name has now been renamed to Sports and Recreation Leadership in an effort to be more inclusive. As a little girl, I was inspired by dance and it was a huge part of my life. Between the dance studio and later onto the soccer fields, I've learned so much both as an athlete, a coach, and a mentor. Sports and recreation has made my life richer in so many ways, and my big takeaway from this is that we all need a role model. I think that maybe even more than the dancing, it was my dance teachers who awoke something inside of me. That's what I love about the SASSY Awards, the inspiration, and is why I started volunteering with the committee this past year. Our 3 finalists in sports and recreation leadership are helping other youth, mentoring them and inspiring them, just as I was at my very first dance class many years ago. This year's SASSY Award in sports and recreation leadership is sponsored by Coast Capital. Let's meet our finalists.
The Sports and Recreation Leadership Award is sponsored by Coast Capital.
So my name is Gabrielle Papushka. When I was growing up, I was always a multi-sport athlete. I would play many sports as I can, as much as I could, as often as I could, 7 days a week. But I knew that when I stepped on the softball diamond, that it was for me. I don't know what it was, but something just clicked, and I knew that nothing could draw me away from this sport, and that I would be with it for a very long time. I have dedicated for a lot of years to my community in the service of volunteering through coaching, and I think that it's a really important thing for young women to be doing right now, because we need a lot more of young women helping out in sports and showing the next generation what it can be like, how amazing it is, and just getting them involved with their community. Whenever I try to look for motivating factors around me, I don't have to look very far, because every single one of the girls on my team has always been my greatest motivational factor. They're all a year older than me, so they're that much better than me. They have that much more experience for me. So whenever I need some drive or some motivation to keep working hard, put in that extra work, put in the extra time, all I have to do is look at them. It really does make a difference in the end.
My name is Dave Soroya. I go to LA Matheson Secondary School in Surrey, BC. I am a basketball player and a recreational volunteer and community engagement activist in my community. Basketball makes me feel amazing. I just love playing it so much. I've been playing my entire life. If I could play every day, all day, I'd do it in a snap of a finger. It's just no other feeling. I've done a lot of activities in this world, but no other feeling gives me the same thing as when I'm playing basketball. I share my love for basketball with others in my community through a lot of basketball camps. I'm a basketball referee at my high school. So my high school, we couldn't afford refs for our junior level games, our home games specifically. And their season was about to be shut down until me and my best friend, who was also a basketball fan on the team, we took the reffing courses needed so we could become volunteer referees at my high school. I coached the grade 8 boys and girls basketball team when I was in grade 11. And I'm also part of a lot of different camps, and I try mentoring the grade 8s and 9s this year by doing socially distanced workouts every day. So they usually, I work out every day after school, and they usually just follow along, ask me questions, pick my brain. I just love to share whatever, all through my experiences with other people in younger generations, because I looked up to a lot of older players growing up, and I want to be that same role model that the older players were for me to younger generations.
Hi, my name is Grace Kemp. I am a student in grade 12 at Earl Marriott Secondary, and I am a ringette coach and athlete. I watched my first ringette game when I was 7 years old, and I turned to my mom and said, I want to be like those women on the ice. And so I started playing ringette in grade 2, and I'm still playing now in grade 12, because I not only fell in love with the sport, I fell in love with the connections I made with my teammates and my coaches, and the sense of community I have being involved in a team sport where I can test my limits and challenge myself in almost every capacity. Sport has really impacted my life because I have learned so much about who I am as a person, as well as my role in the community. I had the opportunity to work with Forsyth Road Elementary in Surrey, and I learned so much through my experience because I got to interact with kids who hadn't necessarily had all the opportunities and privileges that I had growing up, and so I really got to see the impact of what a positive sport environment has on young students. Small actions can have enormous impacts, and it's really important that we're kind to another because we can have the biggest difference when we work together. I would say to anybody who's maybe a bit hesitant to step out and take that leap into the community and to spend that time volunteering, to take that risk, step outside your comfort zone, because growth and change and good things happen when you push yourself, because you recognize that you can do it, that you have more strength than you realize.
Oh my goodness, all of you are incredible. Congratulations on everything you've done so far and the impact you've had in your community. So I have the envelope here. Bear with me as we try and open this. Can we get our drum roll going, please? Ta-da! Alrighty. And the recipient of the 2021 Sports and Recreational Leadership is Dave Soroya. Congratulations, Dev. There we go. Congratulations. Okay. All right. Dev has chosen the BC Children's Hospital Foundation as his charity recipient. Congratulations once again.
The charity I would like to donate the very generous donation to is BC Children's Hospital. So the reason behind that is ever since I would say about grade 3, I would always make cards during Christmas time for the kids at the BC Children's Hospital and the Ronald McDonald House. And I just want the youth to get an opportunity to get, because they're staying at that hospital, I want to make it as much as of a home environment as it can be. And providing this generous grant towards them, I know they could do so much good with it.
Amazing. Hello, everyone. My name is Rayanne LeBrun, and I'm really excited and honored to be here today. I won the Overcoming Adversity Award way back in 2015, and my charity that I chose was the Aboriginal Safe House, also known as ASH, with the Urban Native Youth Association, also called UNYA. The place was so special to me because in 2014, I was homeless for about half a year, my grade 12 year, and I was struggling a lot with mental health. My family was struggling a lot with addictions and mental health, so I had to leave. And during that time, November 26th, I remember the exact date, I applied for Douglas College in the Aboriginal stream to be an Aboriginal youth care worker. And I remember the day so well because I was still at the safe house and my youth worker took me at the time. And I looked over at her and I said, how can I be going to college if I'm homeless? Like, I don't even have a place to stay. How are we going to do this? And she looked over, and she's so smart. She looked over and she said, Ryan, now is only a moment. It's just a moment. It's just one step at a time. You can do this. Fast forward to 2015, I'm at Douglas College. I'm also at Covenant House ROP program in the transition program there. And I get an email from the SASSY Award saying it's time to come to the gala. And I was so nervous, but so excited, because you're meeting all these incredible people that are just changing lives. They're being part of community. And, you know, you always have those self-doubts. Are you doing enough? Is your journey doing good? How are you in your healing journey? Who are you? And I was so nervous. And then when I won, I remember crying, because I was thinking, how can all these strangers believe in me? How is it these strangers see the potential in me when sometimes I don't even see it in myself? And so it was a really big moment for me. And I'm really excited to say that in 2017, I graduated college, not only with the Aboriginal stream, but the Child and Youth Care Counseling Program. And the organization that I donated to, I actually now work for. I work for Anya as a cultural wellness counselor. And of course, I have a wonderful house here in New Westminster. So things have changed. And it's all because of SASSY believing me, people believing in me, reminding you that it's only a journey, but to believe in yourself. I think the biggest thing that we can do for ourselves is for people to remind us that our dreams aren't just our dreams, they're goals. They're so much closer than they are. And it's just people believing in you, being vulnerable in it, telling your story, because your story is so worthy. So with that, I would like to introduce to you the 3 finalists for the Overcoming Adversity Award, sponsored by Sources Foundation.
The Overcoming Adversity Award is sponsored by Sources Foundation.
Hi, my name is Alicia Wood. I go to school at Queen Elizabeth Secondary, and I am in the Inter A program. I am in 10th grade. Growing up in a low-income family, we never really had the chance to live in the greatest neighborhoods or be around the greatest people. So I gained, or I kind of harbored, a lot of bad characteristics and bad traits because I couldn't differentiate between good and bad influencers in my life. My father wasn't really around for most of my childhood, and I kind of had to learn little things on my own because of the lack of parental guidance, especially since my mom worked a lot, so she wasn't at home as often. Service has done such good things, not only to me and my growth and my personal well-being, but also because it gives me the opportunity to inspire somebody else to do better as well, and to be the best they can be, and to help out their community. I started having a junior youth program, or I help mentor youths ages 11 to 14. And I kind of help them understand the importance of service, the importance of humility, kindness, unity, things like that. And those concepts I learned at the junior youth program, and I'm so happy that I get to teach it to people younger, so that they have a chance to implement it in their lives earlier than when I first learned it.
Growing up as a first-generation Canadian Arab Muslim woman, embracing myself has always been a challenge. I've had comments, honestly, thrown here and there at school, or even in just the media watching it, but I never really said anything, and just kind of you know what, I can't really do anything about it. But it wasn't until a couple of years ago, I would say, maybe 4 years ago, when I was actually in Seattle, Washington, and we were just crossing the road, and there was this man in a car, and he kind of harassed us verbally, and it really it was a very traumatic event for me and even my cousin. And I honestly was super I went home and I remember crying, and I was oh, why me? Why is this happening to me? And I went into a very bad place after, for the next past months after that, and I just stopped leaving my room, and I lost a lot of weight. And I remember I was in a situation where I was okay, I can do 2 things right now. I can either, you know what, that happened, I'll just forget about it and move on, or I can change that. When you stay quiet, it doesn't really make an impact. But when one person steps out and decides, you know what, I want to make a change, you might think that, you know what, I'm only one person and there's like 7 billion people in this world, like I won't be making a difference. But I promise you, you may be one person, but you can make a big change in our community.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all our finalists and recipients so far. I received the Arts and Cultural Leadership Award back in 2018, and I remember saying at that time that through art, I learned and reflected on how the community shapes us, but also how we shape the community. And I think that I truly believe that the arts is an important part of that exchange. I mean, art and culture helps us to communicate, and it also showcases our diversity. And through art, it also celebrates how unique we are, and while also uniting us at the same time. And I think that the importance of art and community has become even more vital during the pandemic. So this year, the Arts and Cultural Leadership category is sponsored by the Semiahmoo Rotary Club. So now let's go and check out the creative genius of our 3 finalists.
The Arts and Culture Leadership Award is sponsored by the Semiahmoo Rotary Club.
Hello everyone, my name is Roshan Roy. I am in grade 12 and I'm from L.A. Matheson Secondary School. I have been dancing since when I was really little, maybe like grade 3 or kindergarten even, and I do hip-hop dance at school, and then I do a traditional dance form called Bharatanatyam outside of school. Coming to Canada, I just got that opportunity to be doing a traditional dance form called Bharatanatyam. It is originated from Kerala, India, and it really just gave me an opportunity to feel closer to home. It made me understand a lot more about my heritage and my stories and traditional stories that are passed on from generation. It really just taught me elegance, discipline, all those crucial parts of my life that I cherish and carry on. Every occasion I've danced for multiple people. You know, it brings different groups of people together. I have performed it for Americans. I've performed it for every culture, every ethnicity that we have, and it's amazing how the powerful of dance that brings people together. And through dance, I was also given the opportunity to train little children. So right now I'm working as a part-time dance teacher at the studio. I'm able to pass down my information, the knowledge I've learned through my teachers to them. Last year, I was given this amazing opportunity to coach the junior team. It was such an amazing experience. Not only was I able to change things in myself, like be more confident and be more strong with my choreography and my dances, it really helped me impact some sort of change at my school. I was able to connect with the students. I was able to help them, you know, be better dancers, be more confident in themselves. For the junior team, this is also one of my biggest accomplishments, something I really love doing. And even though it's COVID and we're not able to dance in person, we really try to just take like an hour in a week just to, you know, go to Zoom, dance online. Even though there isn't any like performances coming up, we still try to build up that skills, build up that energy, build up that passion that we still have for dance.
My name is Alejandra Mercado. I am a grade 12 student and I go to Queen Elizabeth Secondary. I'm really a visual artist. I do hands-on, so painting, drawing, oil pastel, pastel work. Where I was part of the school mural committee, it was really a bland wall. We didn't really have a lot of art going on. So the vice principal talked to me and several other students. We just really wanted to bring up more art in the school community. Last summer, I worked on a community enhancement mural at the King George SkyTrain station, and we showcased many aspects of the indigenous culture. And we paid respects to the land we lived on, such as the Keetsi, Kwalman, and Semiahmoo. What I really learned on this project was that the realization that art and that being an artist is really an individual endeavor. Yet the work I produce is really not for myself. but for others in my community. So the art symbolizes lifting others, and the colors you see is the medicine wheel of the indigenous culture. Just really focus on the positivity. Focus on the resiliency. As someone raised in an inner city school and an immigrant family, I'm always looking for those positives to motivate me. And I really think that you're not going to find anything if you sit around and do nothing. You have to go out there and take initiative, be proactive.
My name is Desmond Tompkins. I'm a visual artist and I attend the White Rock Learning Center. I identify as an intersectional artist because I am LGBT, and a lot of my work focuses on diverse groups within Canada and the experiences that those diverse groups go through, and intersectionality of identity and life within our local communities. I conceptualized and ran the diversity-based art show with the White Rock Learning Center. Art gives me a lot of self-confidence, and connecting with others in the art world has made me realize how important it is to share my unique experiences through my work. I curated the show, I reached out to students, I also reached out to the Peace Arts News and had our show featured, which was amazing. And we had a little reception, a COVID-friendly reception with all the works, music and food, and everything was quite amazing, especially with the team that we have at our school, being able to have it be COVID-friendly and socially distanced. So we had students in different groups going through the art show. They really, really loved it. I got a very great amount of responses back, amazing feedback, and I even had members of the community reach out to me through seeing my work featured in the Peace Arts News and come by and view it. Art gives me a lot of self-confidence, and connecting with others in the art world has made me realize how important it is to share my unique experiences through my work.
Wow, I'm incredibly astonished by all the work that you do. Thank you for everything you do for the arts. But here is the envelope. I'm going to open it up now. Alrighty. So the recipient for the 2021 SASSY Award for Arts and Culture is Desmond Tompkins. Congratulations, Desmond. Desmond has chosen Youth's Art Council of Surrey as his charity recipient. Congratulations once again. Oh.
I would be donating $500 to the Youth Art Council of Surrey, which is an organization I've worked with for the past few years. They do amazing work in our community and really create a platform for youth to have art shows and have their work featured. So I would love to give back to them so they can continue to do what they do.
Wow, I don't know about the rest of you, but I can't get this smile off my face, and definitely brought tears to my eyes hearing so many incredible, amazing stories from all of the amazing youth in our community. Thank you so much to everyone for being here, and congratulations to all of our recipients. You are all so incredible and you all deserve it, and congratulations to our finalists as well. I also want to express our sincere gratitude to all of our sponsors: the City of Surrey, Kwantlen Polytechnic University, Save on Foods, McElhaney, Coast Capital, White Rock Rotary, Sources Foundation, and Samiama Rotary Club. Please unmute your mics and show some love to them, and of course to all of our finalists and 2021 SASSY Award recipients. Nominations for next year's SASSY Awards in the month of January. Nominations for next year's SASSY Awards take place in the month of January 2020. 2022. This year is going away from me already. I am proud that we can all come together to recognize youth in our community and be a part of the strong Rotarian clubs here in Surrey and White Rock who embrace the values of service, fellowship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. Reach out through the SASSY website if you want to become involved or if you want to know more about Rotary. We have programs for youth and adults. There's something for everyone. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Lexi.
Amazing. Thanks.
Thank you. Well
Thank
done.
Kudos to the SASSY committee for pulling this together. Awesome. Congratulations.
Good job, Alan and Andrea.
Excellent job.
Absolutely.
Full committee.
Great
Super
job.
job, you guys.
Fantastic.
Super job. Well done. Way to go, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Great job.
That was a very, very inspirational slate of finalists.
Blown off my seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice to hear
that
your
was incredible.
voice.
Oh, did we lose our sound?
Oh, yep.
Here we go.
No, people are just leaving.
Absolutely.
Lexi, that was great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome job,
I'm inspired, guys.
Great job,
Thank you.
Lexi.
And congratulations
job.
again to everyone.
No.
Congratulations to all of the winners, the finalists, and thank you so much to the committee and organizers. It was a wonderful event.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for